Hey y'all, here's another video expressing how in the actual fuck Mike Tomlin is managing to get his team to possibly go 9-8. That's realistically possible considering they faced, yeah, I guessed it, the Browns. I mean, the Cleveland Browns are poorly coached. Deshaun Watson sucks. Straight up sucks. And Kenny Pickett has come up with some big drives, even if he hadn't played particularly well during the game. But he is coming up with big drives. And along with that, with Kenny Pickett playing as well as he's done, seriously, with Kenny Pickett is playing as well as he's done, at least in the final drives to win them games, I bet y'all ass this guy's gonna find a way to beat the Browns. And considering he needs the Patriots, and he needs the Patriots and the Dolphins to lose, and the Dolphins are playing their backup QB. We don't even know whether Teddy Bridgewater's fully fit to play. Teddy Bridgewater may be out, which means the Jets actually have a chance at Mike White. Which means if Mike White and the Jets somehow win, the Bills end up winning. And also, if the Pittsburgh Steelers also end up winning to go 9-8, Pittsburgh gets in the playoffs at 9-8. Oh God, that would be horrible for the AFC. I don't think the AFC wants to see Pittsburgh in there, but I certainly do. And that is only because I love good stories. I love the way that people keep underestimating Pittsburgh. I've said I've never counted Tomlin out. I never will. And I will continue to not count them out. Even with Mitchell Trubisky or Kenny Pickett at QB. Because somewhere, some way, somehow, somewhere, some way, and somehow, the Pittsburgh Steelers will find a way to at least make it to 500. Even if they aren't a particularly good team. Why? Because that's the Steeler way. It's just finding ways to win regardless of who they have. When they have more talent, it's actually worse for them because they're actually underachieving. But in a season like this where they get to the playoffs when nobody expects them to, that is the definition of what overachievement looks like. Really, that's the definition of overachievement, which is what's looking like right now. 9-8. These guys are expected to pick in like the top 5, maybe in the top 10. But these guys might even make the playoffs. Yes, they won't beat the Bengals. Yes, they probably won't. Yes, they weren't going to finish ahead of the Ravens. Yes, they weren't going to finish ahead of the Ravens. But the toss-up was between them and the Browns. Well, guess what? The Ravens are in the playoffs. The Bengals are in the playoffs. Miami ain't clinched yet. Oh, the LA, out of all the teams, the LA Chargers ended up clinching. I thought it would be between them and the Steelers because the Chargers have a tendency to choke. They're in. Turns out it's between them, the Miami Dolphins, and the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And in spite of the fact that the Pittsburgh Steelers started 1-6, in spite of the fact that the Pittsburgh Steelers started, yeah, that's right, 1-6 and 0-4 against the AFC East. If the Patriots and the Dolphins lose next week, the New York Jets are taking 2 AFC East teams down with them, and the Pittsburgh Steelers with a win would end up making the playoffs. Now that's insane. No, that's pretty fucking insane. Because the Patriots have swept the Jets. They got 1-1 against the Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins won 1, lost 1 against the Patriots. They won 1 and lost 1 against the Jets, against the Bills. If they lose to the Jets to go 8-9, they would have got swept by the Jets. The Jets who will go 2-0 against the Dolphins, 0-2 against the Patriots. So the Patriots have the head-to-head. They've also got the head-to-head against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the Steelers have to win. And if they get over 500, then congratulations, Pittsburgh Steelers. y'all have got yourself into the playoffs. Whether that's deserved or not, that's another case, and that's another story for another day. Other than that, who that? Go Saints. Sucks that we missed out on the playoffs, but that just goes to show what good coaching can do. Mike Tomlin is an elite head coach, and I've said this so many times. He's taken a vastly inferior team on paper and made them better than a more talented team. He has them at the same record as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers on paper have way more talent and are in a worse division. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to make the playoffs because the Browns suck. Because A, the Browns suck. B, they're never truly out of a playoff picture. That's B. C, the Raiders underachieved. And C, the NFC South fucking sucks. And that's who they faced. The NFC South. They faced the NFC South. The South sucks. I mean, they beat the Buccaneers, they beat the Saints, they beat the Panthers, they beat the Falcons. My God. They might make the playoffs simply because they would have gone 2-0 against, they would have gone 1-1 against the Browns, 1-1 against the Ravens, 1-1 against the Bengals. Then they would have finished third because the Bengals are a very good team, the Ravens are a good team, and the Browns are very poorly coached. And yes, the AFC is very top heavy because we don't know which Baltimore Ravens are going to show up. Is Lamar even going to play? We don't know. I mean, we don't even know whether Lamar going to play. Okay? All we know is that if they somehow find a way to beat Joe Burrow and the Bengals, then congratulations. Seriously, congratulations. Baltimore, you have somehow won the division and won it up to your ass. But if the Bengals beat the Bills, it don't matter. The Ravens could beat you, but you'll still finish a game ahead of them. And I ain't got no problem with that. I really ain't got no problem with that. Okay? So, who that? Go Saints.